Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Wantless, where today we are going to rescue at least two mines. Or, if not rescue, then we do to them whatever it is that they want us to do to them. Did I do everything I wanted to do in the Forge? I want to look at the effect tab. Yeah, it looks like most of our effects are applied. I could stick Gust on something, right? Like, the rod has an open slot, and honestly, like, this would not be a bad idea. Hardly raises the cost at all, and we still have so much room under our discipline cap. It's wild. Yep, the good old windy pain rod. Something, my ex-wife? Question mark? How does comedy work? Non-unique patients can spawn with a rarity level. Rare patients have improved rewards and special traits, usually negative. Okay, rare patients, better loot. Yeah, makes sense to me. So we got a fancy, glowy tier 2 patient here. I don't think that's a good idea. I was going to say, hey, let's start today by trying a tier 2 patient. And we have been given, in fact, no choice. We are tier 2, whether we like it or not. So this one, what a 5/5. I guess that's quite a lot of, like, softening the cost of discipline there. I'm still not 1,000%. Like, I wish that meter had numbers on it, you know, but it's depressing the cost is the point, right? I do like Strike 2. Strike 2 is exciting. Mark. Summons will always target a marked entity, even if it's invisible. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Can mess up people's healing. I'm still kind of in the place where what I want is just like good damage effects. So to be perfectly honest with you, even though there is like a rarer one, I think Alaris Hughes is our best shot, because like I think Strike 2 is more exciting as a reward than anything else we are being offered here. It's kind of ridiculous. They do not give you enough access to basic output stuff. I wonder if everybody feels this way, or if this is the thing where like I'm just seeing like an unusually small number of these things. But anyway, let's begin the transposition. Let's give it a shot. Tier 2, we did not do so hot in the last tier 2 that we tried. We are stronger now than we were then, and also I probably, it could make some better decisions. Yo, Inar! No one knew that guy. You know that, right? Rhetorical. I mean, I know, so I know you know. I can't be sure. He might have had relatives. With that profile. Well, any relative would have given up on him a while ago. That's what the words in the box say. So, what? Let it go and pretend nothing happened? No. What then? Well, that's discomforting. What do you got, man? And why didn't you show up later? So that's a menace simulator. Plus 9% hit damage, plus 12% fear damage. That's actually pretty cool. That's a cool piece of gear. You know what? I will trade you my opening point of awareness for that. I am fine with that. Now, here's the question. Very funny. Do we go deeper? Do we take on a challenge mode here? Honestly, like, going off the beaten path might still get us work on our objective with these objectives that are just like defeat enemies. So let's see what we got. What we got seems to just be free treasure. Curious. Oh god, I discovered a mimic. A dark secret. Shameful, excruciating secrets will fight to hide even from yourself. I assume that's supposed to be even. I'm making a guess here. It could be important, valuable even. Still, you do not want to remember. Pulls runaways, holds valuables. Okay. Also, pure damage, so no damage reduction, I'm assuming, is what that means. What do I know about your abilities? I know you have this greed charm, pulling and stunning you. And we don't know what your other abilities are, which makes it a little hard to guess what the smart play is here. I'm gonna throw down the old snapping grief ranger, if you know what I'm saying. It kind of vaguely sounds like an innuendo, I think. Alright, wasp missile. Definitely gonna deliver a fear spear. And then I guess we're just bracing because we are about to find out exactly what this thing's attacks are like. I don't think there's any reason for me to like try to move away because we have no idea, again, what it's actually going to do. Okay, we're learning. It bites me with its teeth. At the enemy standard, 3 AP per damage output, it seems like. It's a classic for a reason. So if I do an alleviating breath, and then I punch this thing once, it'll bite me once, but also will shoot it. I guess if I throw down 2 more punches, it's only going to hit me 1 extra time right now. Although it'll stockpile and have 1 extra attack next turn. But that also gives my Grief Ranger an extra shot. Yeah. Yeah, let's just burn it down. Thing does have a lot of HP. Alright. So he stockpiles 3. I think I'm gonna refresh the poison. And then I think maybe it's time to take advantage of the uneven terrain that has been created by this obstacle. Let's see, because you're on 5 right now. You'll be on 7 if I go to here. I guess you get to bite me exactly once, but it'll cost everything. This is a good drain on his AP. Because he has to move so far around to hit me. Or maybe he'll just catch me with the greed charm. I guess we'll see. And you're good, right? Yeah, you're at 4. Okay, or he'll do that. That's a thing that can happen, which I somehow forgot about. Well, the good news is we're off cooldown on summoning a new Grief Ranger. It was going to be resummon time pretty soon anyway. So let's pick you up, drop the Fear Spear, flick him. And then pass the turn while he's all the way over there. Yeah, he'll have to spend basically everything to attack me once, and he'll get shot by the ranger. I mean, we're getting there, right? Okay, the greed charm is happening. I am targeted, which means the breaking line of sight is not going to help, right? I think that's pretty consistent. Well, I want to put this up. I wish I had my heal available. I would really love to heal right now. There's not really anything else to do. I can step 2 tiles away. I can step 2 tiles toward. I could just let it stun me and let my Grief Ranger not do any damage. I mean, I did just refresh the damage over time effect, right? Let's see. If I step 2, he'll get to hit me this turn, then he'll generate no AP the next turn, but he'll stockpile 1 into 2, and then stockpile 2 into 3. Yeah, I think I want to move twice. I think I do. And it doesn't really matter where we move, right? I'm just spending AP for my to allow my guy to take a shot. All right, we're getting close. Here comes the pull and the chomp. Then it's my turn, but I can't do anything because I'm stunned. Okay, so the stun hands 8 AP. I didn't realize that the stun passes 8 AP to everybody. I guess it makes sense. I think we're going to take the uncommon comfort. That is a handy amount of healing. And, okay, we did make it through that. I didn't gain any awareness fighting one enemy, so I can't actually help our friend out here. I am sort of feeling like maybe we should go the way-marked way. Especially since it's indicating that there is only one lesser spite over there. Because that was a tough fight, and I am not feeling super confident that we will last forever here. But that was something. That was good. Okay. So there's our lesser spite. Got a couple of these. These are the mine layers, right? Sorry, there's hitting stuff with my arm. These are the mine layers, and then this is the normal gun dude. Is this where I want to approach to? Because obviously we want to blow up either the lesser strife or the lesser spite on the turn that they become available to, on the turn that we break stealth, if we can, which we probably can. Yeah, I'm gonna move to right here. We very well may get revealed here, but I think that would not actually be all that big of a deal. Okay, nobody moved. There's no memories around to worry about or anything. We can just kind of go for it. I believe last time we summoned a ranger, it didn't immediately reveal us, right? Okay, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to end the turn. I don't remember. Does casting Alleviating Breath reveal us? This isn't the moment to test it, I don't think. But if we can get away with having this guy up for a turn. Okay, so all of a sudden, this is like very exciting, right? Now I'm thinking Lesser Strife maybe on the back burner, because I for sure want to blow that up. If we Snapping Wasp Missile, it'll blow up at the beginning of the enemy turn, I think. But also, I could just Repelling Shock this guy through everybody, and it'll blow up all that stuff. So do I want to step forward and start my turn here? I guess so. Let's start with this. All of a sudden, a calming memory has spawned. I don't think I want to interact with this right now. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid it for right now. We're just gonna step up. All right, welcome to the game, friends. So Repelling Shock that sets those two dormant. And then let's see if we can blow this guy up really fast. I don't want to do that because it will undormant my enemies. If I do this, I have 3 AP left, which is enough to step close to him and then Fear Spear. I don't know if that will be enough, but it's certainly how I'm going to open. And that means our man here has enough to fire twice, and hopefully he gets good value out of it. Okay, you know, not bad, honestly. Trap and run. Dude dies to the poison damage. Okay. So, how do I want to deal with this? I probably want to do a dash. Like, I want to finish off the Lesser Spite. If I do this, it's going to cause an explosion. So I guess if I'm going to go for this dash, I either need to go around this way or I need to... Yeah, okay, this does show me on the mine, sadly. So we probably have to do this. I am not going to get there, is the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, I don't think our Grief Ranger currently has the ability to hit any of our enemies. I think the poor fellow is completely out of distance. I think I am going to go around this way. I guess I can just grab this now, right? Because I don't want to, you know, if like a mine gets placed or some kind of stuff, like, let's just snap the memory now for safety's sake. It did conceal me. I guess that's something. I can run to here without becoming visible, or I can dash to here and then move to like this. What is going to happen with me being concealed? All right, I forget he can just walk places. Okay, the fact that I was concealed was not enough to prevent me from becoming targeted by murder. Good to know. If I step here and flick this, it might be good enough, right? Given that that tile has just come up and become a wall. I think I'm going to try it at least. Yeah. That tile rising was actually like really bad for my enemies. There's not really a great reason for us to move again. That just cleanses temporary negative effects. I mean, I think we're good. He's gonna blast this thing, obviously. That's no danger. Oh, and then he despawned. We hit his timer. Well, I suppose we may as well respawn him, right? Out of range. I'm right here. Okay, the second time I clicked the space, it worked. Weird. Yeah, and then I'm gonna move over here. And I guess grab the memory just to make sure that nothing silly happens. This guy doesn't have a lot of AP to work with, but he'll move around a bit, and then hopefully our friend is close enough to finish the job. Gain a permanent apotheosis effect. All your skills are -1 AP. Yo, that seems bananas. I mean, like, permanent obviously just means for the rest of this run, but, like, hell yeah, right? I was not paying attention to what the extra reward requirements were. Totally forgot to look, but we got one of them. Isn't that neat? Sadly, only one spite in this battle as well. So, okay, these tier 2 battles, like, we are in a position where we can handle these. These are absolutely doable. Having -1 AP cost on our skills is pretty fantastic. That's gonna work out just fine for us, I think. All right, I'm gonna move to here. No, don't run. I have such a good position. Well, okay, I don't hate that. So now the question: does it make sense to grab this and then just go ridiculously huge on a turn? Because we know the lesser spite can't really make use of the AP anyway. Well, I guess he can. He can run. But if I like run around to here, I can. I guess there's not really a good reason to do that though, right? If I just stay here. Because remember, what we figured out is this does not let us go above 8 current. We have to grab it when we're missing some. So I was thinking, you know, we move up and do the thing. But, like, why not just start my next turn here, drop the Grief Ranger, do something else, and then refill? And that way, at least the Grief Ranger is benefiting from all the extra AP as well. Ugh, and of course, they spread out like a bunch of cowards. I think I'm going to put my Grief Ranger in, like, this spot. This is pretty safe. Oh, I should have dropped it last turn. That's right. I had 1 AP left, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that my skills are borderline free now. Well, I am going to put him right here, and then I'm going to end the turn. I should probably... We shouldn't move the turn that we make the Ranger, right? We should do it the next turn, because that way he'll go first during the enemy turn instead of last. All right, so... This is a good time to open up. Let's ruin somebody's day. All right. I think I'm going to take this now, even though it doesn't really affect us all that much now. Just to refill. There's no reason not to refill. And it does protect the memory as well. I spend 1, but I get it back, so everybody else gets it as well, and that's like fine. Okay. So, if I dash up to here, I guess throwing out the Wasp Missile didn't even really... I'm planning to do a lot of this damage up front immediately, aren't I? But I guess it doesn't have to be to you. You know what? I should have taken the full move, because this guy's not a danger on the first turn. I should have taken the full dash to here, because we should be burning all our points on the wretches. Especially since the Ranger is going to shoot the Spite anyway. All right, and then like that's got us at 7. And my friend's points, or my summons skills are not affected by the ability, right? Doesn't actually show us having skills. That's a little awkward. But the apotheosis is not going to affect him, I think, is my point. So I guess I should back up 1 just to give him the extra strike. I could heal myself. Yeah. All right, you're at 8. Go ahead, do your thing. All right, that guy is pretty dead. That guy's gonna need to get pretty dead. Okay, leap is actually like really good news for us, I think. That's awkward. It takes me 7 AP to move adjacent to the enemy. I wish I could get to this. Well, I could... Okay, so I could pay 5 to move to here and then grab that thing. So then I'd be at... I'd spend 1 to go down to 2, grab the thing, go to 6, step down here, and then just punch this guy until he's dead. I think is a very real plan of action. Although, again, I'm not really leaving my my Grief Ranger with much to do in that case. Alright. Punch dude until he stops existing, and then... you know, the leaping and everything, like, it's all good. Just go ahead and leap. My guy's just gonna move a bunch, right? Like, he's gonna try to get closer to them. Okay, and then body block your friend. I appreciate that. Does get 1 attack off. And then they just sit there adjacent to each other. Like, they have no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. Okay, and I guess let's deliver some strikes, shall we? Yeah, this apotheosis buff is completely bananas. Deception's powerful in combination with the thing. Also, preserve. So yeah, notice we only got 3 turns of the deception. I don't know. Maybe I thought it said 5. But also reading. You know, who's it for, really? When you get right down to it. Move during each of your turns is our soft objective, and you know what? I think I can do that. I think that's a thing that's likely to happen. Alright, let's try to start this battle as close to the spite as possible. Really nervous I was about to get grabbed there. Alright, I feel like this is the turn where we step up some and then we summon the ranger. Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's a fine time to get revealed. Oh, it is a shame. So, like, the order of the enemy turns matters a lot. Because these guys are able to do stuff. Oh, wow, he just, like, unmakes our guy in a single action from a distance. That's fun. Yeah, these guys are able to do stuff because the first enemy to go was the one that revealed us. Which is kind of like an arbitrary... Well, whatever. Let us set down the Windy Pain Rod. And hope that the enemies wander into it. Then I will dash myself right up to here. And we're just going to detonate your entire head. The thing about punching a guy until he is just sort of a paste is that, you know, you never really get used to it. I'm still live for the bonus. I am going to stay. I think we can finish this battle. I think we can get this bonus. Now, I didn't spend a point on movement, right? I spent a point on dashing. I'm not sure if that counts. So I will spend a point on movement. We may as well. I guess I'll step over this way. Just trying to be sure. I would like a reward. Oh no, my crate! Their planting behaviors are very weird. They put the mines in all kinds of strange spots. Okay, you sure showed it. This is gonna be, when this thing acts, it's gonna be wild. Yeah, we just killed all of them. Alright. I mean... This doesn't matter because we are done, but I am taking the loot. Okay, some stuff, some things we'll look at on the outside, and then I think I'm cool to extract. We could try to go down a level, but if something goes wrong, we lose the whole patient. Let's just bounce. So that one really was not so bad, but I don't know how much of it was that incredibly powerful bonus. Alright, we did bring home an awful lot of tokens. We got ourselves a Menace Simulator, which I will absolutely be equipping. +1 summoning range. That's cool. A Wall 1. Increases shield by a lot. Like a lot. That's kind of cool. Targets allies, so we could use it presumably to hit our summons as well. Changes your punch to... a range 2 punch that deals a little bit more damage. We lose the bonus interaction range, which I am enjoying. But we gain range on the punch, which means we have to move around less. This is raw stats. I mean, it's better than the immunotherapy injector, but also we're going to unequip this anyway. Bonus fear damage dealt. Chance for fear damage to oppress, but cuts your other bit damage types in half. We're not really in a place where we can use that. So we're certainly taking the strike, and Like, magnetize is pretty alright, I suppose. You know what? Give me the thorns. I don't really know how we're going to use these, but what you're doing, it's good. It's important. Well, I'm just happy I could help and also be rewarded for helping. Mostly the second thing, but, you know, listen, I'm not running charity over here. All right, what do we have? A strike. Give me more fragilize. Give me so that I can level up my fragilizes, probably. An insulator, which is probably not something we're going to be using. Ooh. Shuddering is a fun... Yeah, I'll take that. I got lots of tokens. That's a fun targeting style. A grunt automaton. I'll take one of those. Localized. So it's just a ranged 3. Huh. I mean, that seems good too. What do you got for shards? Ah, man, I enjoy this kind of stuff. I enjoy stepping up, you know, lowering enemy defenses and combining things to get maximum power out of our effects and whatnot. Like, usually that's a fun thing to build in games. But, like, decreases affliction resistance by 10%. It just... it's really not very exciting. And I don't really know what plus 5% power means in this circumstance. I'm assuming it's not like the decrease goes from 10% to 15%. I'm assuming it's like an increase of 5% power, 5% of the 10%, right? I don't know that for sure. And I don't know that it will be easy to tell. I'm just going to save my shards. Shards are valuable. I don't feel too bad passing the thing up and being cautious with them. All right. Transposer logs got us some data. Wow, 50 knowledge shards. That's impressive. All right, we know all about these things now. I'm not actually going to look at the things. Let's just get out of here. All right. Do we want to grab extraversion? I mean, I think at this point I want to head to welcoming before worrying about anything else necessarily. Ooh, that's fun. So yeah, let's just head down the path here. Get some very incremental effects going, and then we're going to stop by the forge before we go anywhere, because we have some stuff that we can apply. So first of all, I mean, I do want to do some fusion. Now, one thing that would be really nice is if synthesizing two things when one of them is in a skill and one of them isn't will just improve the one that's in the skill without taking it out of the skill. My guess is it's probably not going to work that way, but we're going to try. Skills will probably be disassembled in the following skill sets. You don't even know exactly what's going on. That's fine. I will simply fix it. Okay. Poison 2 seems pretty useful. Alright, so we'll mess with that in a minute here. Let's go back to forging. That's the wasp missile. Here we go. The snapping wasp missile. Okay, pulled out the fragilize. I want to throw poison 2 on that. I want that to be as good as possible. It is a fair amount more damage. It is increasing the skill discipline cost by some. Oh wait, this is... Hold on. Wait, did I combine the wrong things? Was I thinking about one thing while doing a different thing with my hands there? I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is what we want this skill to be, right? Like, let's just go ahead and... Hold on. So right now it's showing us editing skill, snapping wasp missile, except it's actually... Let me step out of the forge and go back in and hopefully just like refresh everything. Because the display is being a little weird, right? Editing this skill and showing me a different thing and showing me different text. I do want to stick the fragilize. I do feel pretty strongly about that. So let's do this. Go ahead and forge it. It is now a snapping spider missile. Put it back on the bar. Okay. Then I need to grab my ranger and fix your stuff up here. I'm just going to make you do a lot of damage on actual contact. You don't need to apply fragilize. You need to apply murder. Oh yeah, and then we got to put a thing on you here. You have a minimum cooldown of 2. I really do like having this be cheap. Slotting multiple hit damage synapses together reduces their individual damage output. Ah, quite a bit, in fact. Yeah, okay, it's just like, it just cuts them in half. So this is a good reason that, it's a good reason not to do this way, and as such, justifies a little bit the lack of raw effect synapses that we've been seeing, I think. It explains to me a little bit why these are not as common as I might like. That's fine. Can I just put... Okay, I can put a poison on and maintain some of the damage, not all of it. I know, I guess that's all that it ever comes with. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's fine. Certainly better damage than using the 2 direct hits. So then I wonder if... Well, let's build these out a little bit more. So, heavy strike 2. I would like to upgrade this. Get some more raw damage out of that. We're not allowed to mess with our punch this way. You have to do that with gloves. But we're actually at a point here where we can't afford to add too much more juice to our current skills. Now, what I can do is just pull Wasp Harvest. We're not actually likely to use this, and so I do sort of feel like it might be a good idea to do something with these thorns. So, yeah, adjacent doesn't have the middle, the character hex targeted. So shuddering and twin both do affect the hex I'm standing in. So if I were to take poison out of this, but use this as a way of distributing, say, thorns and a shield, that's going to be too much for us to equip, but we can fiddle around with some of this stuff. I don't have to run all of these skills at the same time. And in fact, we're almost certainly just not playing with the rod at the moment. 551. 252. Actually, taking the Windy Hurt Rod out of our skill set isn't even going to cover all of the loss. We'll have to reconfigure things some more. Go ahead and forge this. I may just not equip it for the moment. You know, I kept that with the same efficiency synapse, but maybe we can change that out. So minimum cooldown of 3. There's no reason to use one of those then. So yeah, this is giving 11 discipline weight. If we do that, it cuts a fair amount of the cost right there. But what if this has a discipline weight of 8? Oh, because it has all that power bonus on it. Yeah. Okay, this is actually the tightest we can get this right now. Okay, let's reforge it to that. Now our skill set only puts us 95 over, which means pulling almost anything out of rotation will do it, except for the alleviating breath. So yeah, we're not in a position to actually make use of this right now. So if we just unequip that. Okay. That gives us an amount of discipline we can work with. Our ghastly wasp ranger can still apply poison to enemies who are not the enemies who are getting hit by the spider missile. I like the way that the Fragilize plays with the damage over time effect, but I also wonder, like, to what extent is it silly to put... It's cool to proc bonus damage every time the poison procs, but it does feel a little bit silly to put it like a powerful damage over time effect on somebody and then put on this skill that also motivates you to hit them repeatedly. And so I'm wondering if maybe... If we only have one Fragilize at the moment, maybe the thing to do is put it on the Ranger. Yeah, I actually kind of think that's right. All right, let's deforge that. Then we will edit this. Cut the poison, put this in the second slot, apply a Fragilize first. And then all of those are in use now. Although one of them is in use in a skill that we're not actually firing at the moment. Like, what if I... It's going to make things a little bit ugly. Aerial's really good, though. It's difficult to want to, like, change the form of that. I definitely want it to be something that's hitting multiple spaces. I'm gonna forge this, and we're gonna maybe try to make up the difference somewhere else. And we just won't have a, like, if we don't have a rod, that's fine. Yeah, I know. So we could, of course, just drop something that's worth at least 116. I mean, we're not repelling that much. It is fun to do, though. Fear Spear doesn't actually get us there. I really like the idea of dropping our summon and then doing this and just making us both tough and resist and, you know, punishing attackers. But I don't have to run this. Could I make anything run a little bit more efficiently? I don't really want the cooldown on dash to be any longer. This probably doesn't have to be a 2-0, honestly. This could be a 3-1. That would be all right. Yeah, the 2-0 is a 15 discipline weight. That's crazy. Okay, this alone makes that much more workable. Okay, and then we're only very slightly negative, and we could be like... The Fear Spear, I could also, like, I could add an AP to it. Yeah. All right. This puts us 6 points under our cap. We still have our punch happening at the basic 2 AP. We still have Spider Hurt Missile happening at 2 AP, so we're using it every single turn. Yeah, okay. It's a little weird, but it works. Probably. It probably works. I don't actually know if we're going to be any good with this. All right, let's go pick out a patient. Bart Ironmind has shown up. Do love to be referred to in this way. I'm Bart Ironmind, an evocative nickname if there ever was one. Why do they call me that? I'll tell you why. I can't be transposed is why. You got that right. I've tried several labs back in the days. They can't transpose me. This head's too much for you. I'm untransposable. You still want to give it a go. Obviously, be my guest. He is marked as a tier 3. That seems bad. Casting the skill costs 20% max HP. That's interesting. I mean, we can handle a tier 2. See, now they got me to the place where I'm now... Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do this. Equipment. Right, I picked up some stuff that I definitely did want to fiddle with. All right, so... I don't know when we unlock these. But I definitely was thinking about running the Menace Simulator. Hey, in my Neural Forge... I put a bunch of damage on this thing, right? And I put on that. But maybe I should... These have the same weight. Maybe I should swap the fear damage to my own attack and the pain damage onto the automaton. The thing is, I don't know if my fear damage bonuses probably apply to my automaton's damage, right? Yeah, it's probably... That probably works. Also, just like plus damage dealt is fun and good. Plus initial hit damage. And then +1 summoning range for stuff over... The hyper nutrients are kind of interesting now that we have some shielding, but it's not a large enough amount, I think, for me to want to use it over the telepathic connector. Or maybe like the immunotherapy injector. See, as soon as we have this Menace Simulator on, though, I'm thinking about disturbing prosthetics. It's probably better to be able to punch enemies from further away than it is to be able to interact with stuff from further away. But yeah, now that we're dealing bonus fear damage, I feel like that makes sense. I still don't think we're in this place because we are dealing significant amounts of pain and grief. Just like in real life. Yeah, let's try it like this. Also, we have a very normal, not disturbingly gothy look at all. 4-3 with a discipline weight of 6. That's kind of neat. Strike 2. Now that I know that like just multi-stacking strikes is like a little doesn't work, I'm a little bit less excited about that. Deals fear damage equal to 6% of your shield and barrier. I don't know the difference between those two things, but that's kind of cool. You are strong-willed, so enemies resist pain damage, which is like pretty whatever. We're definitely doing some pain damage. See, if I pick this up, we can just kind of like, we can continue to specialize toward fear damage specifically. Relieve the patient of 3 self-deceit. We can do this. Seraphica Richards seems doable and useful, maybe. Has some decent output. 7, too. Okay, power bonus plus 40% and also discipline weight 4. Even so, that feels like a lot, you know? Minus 4% discipline cost and minus 3% discipline cost. Incredible. Unbelievable work. I think we're going this way. I just don't feel ready for a tier 3 yet. Let's begin. We are sharpening up, though. Who knows? Maybe I am able to take on a 3 at this point. All right. Do we want to... Let's try to take at least 1, right? So we have to clear 3 self-deceit. These chests have teeth, but probably only one of them is a mimic, right? Probably no more than one of them is a mimic, is my guess. All right, so the dark secret is up. Let's do the thing. Let's do the sequence of thing. So first of all, I'm not in a position to be able to really knock this thing away, which is a shame. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put our ranger down here. We are for sure dropping the missile. And then, like, what I'm thinking is I can cheat a little bit by moving to here and giving this thing just a huge pain in the ass approach path. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything else if I want to do that. But I am going to do that. Okay. Just a greed charm. That's actually fine. Let's buckler harvest. Shielded and thorned. This should be fun. And then I guess just tap, right? Because this way he only gets to he's going to bite me once on this turn. Or he doesn't even have it. Okay, yeah. And then I have to skip a turn. They both get a ton of AP. Oh, right. These guys deal pure damage. I knew that. That's in the brief. 121. I think I have time for a heal. So this is no longer all that exciting as a damage source, actually. You know, we probably could just unequip the Fear Spear. It's like our punch is actually quite a bit better. All right, we looted some stuff there. Yeah, we'll take Anger, I think. And also a Nociceptor scanner. Okay. Wait. What is this? That's something curious. Well, I mean, we gotta check the curious thing. The depth driver cannot get you any deeper. Oh. Oh, well, okay then. Do I want to hit another point of depth? No, let's do at least one waymarked route, and then we'll see how I'm feeling after that. All right, so we got ourselves a couple of self-deceits here. That's really annoying. It's just a super annoying time for that to occur. Are we just gonna put the ranger down this turn? I wish I could put the ranger down in a good spot without revealing us. Like, I wish I could cast it forward over the thing. But I could just drop it right here. Like, it's unlikely to have no targets. Maybe it even makes more sense to cant it to one side so it can shoot around the trees a little bit easier. You know, quote-unquote trees. I guess I can put it central and we can let it Try to make sure we give it enough AP to move and shoot. Oh, okay, or it's time, or we're live. Maybe it's just time to do the thing. Okay. Interesting. So we find ourselves in a bit of a weird position. I think I am gonna throw up the buckler harvest. I wish that our enemies were positioned in slightly more productive ways for the spider hurt missile. Because I have 5 AP left. I would love to be able to hit this guy and get something else done, but I don't think that's happening. So we may as well just hit him with the spider hurt missile. And then I guess just call it there. If I do 3 AP more, you'll get to do more stuff on your turn, but you'll also get hit twice by some of these enemies. No, I like it where it is. Alright, great shooting. Solid shooting there. Alright, you get to take advantage of our thorns here a little bit. Ow. Oh hey, the thorns effect works at a distance. I'm a bit surprised by that. Okay, so pretty easy lethal punch here. I can push you away first. I mean, like, obviously, I would love to with a range 2 punch. I hate to get hit by a thing you have to be adjacent to an enemy to take damage from. That feels pretty bad. But also, there's shit everywhere. It's like not trivial to not take a bunch of damage from stuff right now, so I think I am. God, there's carcasses everywhere. It's so gross in here. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do the pushback instead. I really just don't want more stacks of stuff on me. Get a nice clean lethal punch on you. That gives you 8 AP to work with. I think I'm comfortable with that turn. Alright, pretty good. Still got a couple turns left on the thorns. Also, worth noting, damage from thorns is pure damage, so that's cool. Alright, this seems like exactly the kind of time where you might want to step backwards before employing some kind of spider hurt missile. And then punch on you. I can't believe you survived with 1 HP. What a monster. Well, if I finish you off, I'm pretty sure this will give the ranger the AP necessary to nuke this dude. And I'll just take a breath. Alright, go get him, friend. And it turns out he did need both. Hit damage, reduces enemy hit damage. We're gonna have thorns whenever we want thorns anyway. I guess I'll just take resistance. Okay, and also memory preservation. Free stuff. Looted bad memory. So we will get We will get the last self-deceit here. Let's just get it done. Just in case this turns out to be tough. Spend 6 AP each turn. You know, we'll see. Actually, no, I'm just not going to. Let me be perfectly honest. Because, like, right now, I'm not going to. Alright, a gloomy impulse. Do I want to open combat from here? Like, step to there, summon the ranger. Here, I guess. I don't know where it makes the most sense. I kind of don't want him in the way over here. Wow, but if I don't summon him like adjacent, if I don't summon him orthogonally adjacent, I have to move before I throw up the shield. I guess that makes sense because that means that I'm spending a multiple of 4 AP. Yeah, actually I'm okay with it. We're just gonna commit. We're gonna do the battle now. Oh right, I forgot that this costs 3 now. Maybe I don't do anything right this second. Anything else. Because, you know, letting it not be the first turn for your summon on the battlefield definitely has value. Okay, repelling shock, which is very funny. Wait, did that one have a larger than normal explosion radius? Because the repelling shock should have occurred when it was here. I was really not ready for that to hit my dude because it shouldn't have hit my dude. You know, for the, for that simple reason. Okay, so ordinarily I'd be able to try to make sure that I position myself correctly so that I can actually get my missile off here. I guess we do that and then just like pass the turn. Let the enemies approach and stuff. Flesh bond's pretty annoying here. Alright, I think you're actually dead. Yeah, you're definitely actually dead. So I'm going to dash out of there. It's just pain damage. Ah, but I don't have my knockback this turn. Well, you're gonna burden away from me anyway. So I guess I'm gonna run up here and I'm going to punch you one single time before you jump. And then, yeah, that's good enough for me. You sure showed everyone who's currently over there. You know, I guess there's not really a good reason to keep fighting. There's no resources on offer from objectives or anything. Yeah, just go ahead and pull me out. We're good. I know when to just take a victory. Sometimes, occasionally, that's a thing that I can figure out. Aw, one XP, really? Okay, well, what do we want to grab here? These disturbing prosthetics are just better than the ones we currently have on. They're still tier 2. I guess they just rolled a higher damage, higher value within the range. And then, like, adjacent as a form factor is fairly compelling. Tetracycling is, like, kind of interesting. 4-3 is a little harsh, but there's a bunch of stuff we have that makes the base cooldown of the skill 3 anyway. So 4 AP cost with 10% power bonus and like a pretty okay discipline weighting. No, I want the strike. This is the right thing to do. Because we want to modify our missile. Alright. We're not going to do like another whole day here or anything, but I am, before we stop, going to pop into dealer's shop. See an even better Fear Strike 2. Pretty fun. I'll take one of these as well, because I want to make sure we have at least one, like, on-level damage effect. Teleport to target tile is interesting. That'll actually run us out of resources, but that's fine. Yeah, geez. 3-0. Discipline rate 14. All of it, all of it. I don't think I'm going to spend shards on that necessarily. Yeah, okay. So just real quick, in the forge, I would rather have, yeah, this than the other one. Okay, cool. We don't actually have anything to change in terms of our skills, and we didn't quite gain a level, so no mind tree for us. It would only have been a point of sharing anyway. It's not a big deal. I mean, I guess I'm past most of the levels of raw discipline. Oh, there's a bunch of raw discipline up here until we get to introversion. I mean, these are probably worth thinking about. Where is... Ooh, wow. 80% less damage, but stack up to 100%, 100 times. That's interesting. This is the kind of stuff, like, now that we're kind of getting into it and I understand our abilities a little bit better, heading for cynicism soon is also kind of interesting. Just like getting our affliction spread. It's very powerful. It's very powerful stuff. Once we have a dull mind key, we can get from the automaton area to the damage over time area. So that might be the way that we approach that. Okay. That stuff's done, though. I guess we still have a chance to take on Bart Ironmind. We're not doing it right now, but, I'll think about it at least. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, perhaps we will enter the Iron Mind, and we'll see you then.